Hey there, coming on to color, and I'm not really together right now with my situation, but um, like as far as setup, but whatever. Ugh, trying to move my keyboard out the way. Um, Couple of things I wanted to show that I just received. Can I get a better? You don't really need to see my keyboard, do you? I don't know what's going on today. I can never get a good picture. I need to really use my desk surface, but it's kind of hard. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this chat thing for now because I can't really see. So bear. What's all this stuff on my desk? Okay. Um, Two things that I just received. This one I don't know how I'm gonna show this, but this is actually. Does it have a name on it? Does it have the name on it? What's it say? Uh, the storage boxes that are the size of A4 paper. And let me just open them up. Oh, I hope they don't have them too, like, uh-oh. Can we get in the bag? Can we get in there? I got these in order to protect single pieces of artwork or single sheets or whatever. Um, like, as I start maybe, hopefully, to encourage me actually to start maybe working with watercolors and gouache on small paper, like you know these the size or bigger. I want something to put them in that will keep them safe, but also give me quick access to them if I want to keep working on it or whatever. Kind of thing, something to help me do things in process. Oh my gosh, I can't get them out. Ooh, they're protected. Oh. And maybe even for some coloring pages that are in process. Okay, I'm just gonna rip this thing off because this just ain't working for me. There's too much work. These are by what's this say? LonlyEagle. There's 6 in a package of A4 size, which is 8.5 by 11, kind of, I think. Um, well, to hold 8.5 by 11, I think. Size sheets. I could also use these to save special paper as well. So that's for the garbage. So let me see, there's 6 of them? Or are there 3 of them? I'm gonna double check my order. What's that say? Hold up, I gotta look at this again. What's it say? Then I'll look at my Amazon thing later. What is that? It says 6-pack. Okay, so let's see what we got. How do we get in here? So, do they want me to get inside or what? There we go. And also, any kind of pencil drawing that I decide to do, because I actually may start doing that. Trying to get my mind wrapped around the kind of preparation to do for that though. To do colored pencil drawings. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay. So there's 2 in each of those packs. This one, is it the same size? How can they do that? This actually looks a little bit smaller, but that's not a bad thing though. So this almost seems like it's 9 by 12. Oh, Yep, 12 inches by, yep. So this is 9 by 12. And then this one is 9 3/4 or 8 3/4 by 11 and I don't know, what is that, 7/8? Almost 12, not quite. I don't know, can you see? Ooh, can you see that? Probably not that good, but see how it doesn't quite come to 12 because 12 is right here. So that'll work because, you know, different sizes of paper and things, and I do like how this sits inside this one. So okay, that's too small for that page, but it's big, maybe big enough for that page. I don't know. Not that I'm doing it in that, but that's kind of the size of some coloring pages. You know, the books and the individual pages in them, I don't know that size. If I were going to use this for that. But yeah, so they came each, there's 3 of these, and then each of them has the big one and the little one in it. Okay, so I have those. Mostly to save, like I said, single sheets of like drawings or painting that I'm doing on like paper. So I got that. Where's the other thing? And it was right here. Where did I just put it? Oh, right next to me. Stuff to throw away. These, which I talked about. What's on there? Oh, jeez. I'm always finding stuff everywhere. Which I talked about yesterday that I was getting, and the lighting's bad. My apologies. Lighting's always bad. Can't I get rid of that glare? How do I do this anyway? Oh, chow. That's bright. And I didn't mean to do that either. Oh. Blinding myself here. Where's the thing to turn that off? If I turn everything off, I'm not going to be able to see anything. Oh, that's totally dark. Hold up. Sorry about my issues here. What happens if I turn this one on? I really kind of need to move my desk around, but it's impossible to move this desk around. It's too big. Anyway, so, well, you know what? I never tried to turn this back on. Is that dead? I wonder, light. How about this? That doesn't help either. Oh well. Anyway, so metallic markers, dual tip. There's a brush tip side that is, now see, I can't read it now with the light off, so I gotta turn this back on. Hold up. Maybe, just don't fall over, because that would be like a total disaster. Maybe that's a little better. Can I? Okay. So it says 0.5 to 5.0 millimeter brush tip, and that's because, like, it's, pointy brush tip. And then 1 millimeter fine tip. So, let's see, let's go in here. I'll open this up now. 30 colors, which it says 30? 30, quantity 30, it says. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. Okay, so they ain't lying. I had seen some comment in there that was saying it's not 30, but they also sell another set that has 15. So I don't know what that person's issue was. I just thought I'd count to make sure. Okay. Okay, I can't get in there. Watch me struggle. Y'all know I'm a little bit obsessive about acrylic markers. I don't know why, but I am. There's a little tab there. Oh, okay. And they're all metallic. That was the reason why I got them, because they're all metallic. So, I'm going to swatch. And I'm going to swatch them in my black book, because that's where I got all my metallic stuff. I did see where some people, there actually was on Amazon, one of the reviews, someone had swatched them on white paper. So, I do know that it's supposed to show up on white paper, but let me see. I might do another strip like that. And I'm gonna do, this paper is so nice. Nice weight. And I need a piece of paper. Oh, where are ya? Come to me, come to me. I think this is that. I probably could have cut it, but so I don't know how much room I need for 30, but maybe I should have made this wider. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? Let me move my keyboard, and then I can actually put that where the keyboard is. Pray nothing crashes down. If it does, oh well. You know how my desk is. My desk be kind of crazy. I don't know if I like it like that, though. It's kind of hard to get out that way. How am I going to do that? I'm kind of maybe putting these in a case, like, pretty soon. I don't know how this box is going to hold up. Come on now. There we go. We need to go the other way? Yeah. Watch me struggle. Okay, let's do this. That'll be easier. There we go. Do they have anything marked on them? Child, I need my glasses. Lights everywhere but where I need it. I couldn't. Maybe if I look at it on the dual metallic pen. No color written on it. Oh well. How should we do this then? I almost feel like I want to do it by color, you know, but do I want to do that? That'll add another variable. They're all metallic, so I wonder. I'm almost ready to ditch the box, but I'm trying not to perseverate. I really am. I'm trying not to. Okay. So these are the kind where you're not supposed to have to shake them at all. So even though I'm shaking it right now because I'm wondering, kind of nervous. But there we go. There's a purple. I think I'll take them out and do them by color. Kind of, sort of. I think that's what I'll do. And then I actually can put them in one of these boxes. Oh, let me pull this out. One of these. I don't know if I'll need two. I'll get two just in case. Okay. Where am I putting those? Let me move my phone. Okay, so I'll swatch and then I'll put them in here. Ooh, they fit nicely too. That's perfect. So again, these are called, what is it? IVSUN metallic marker, dual tip. Excuse me, I'll put the link to them in Amazon when I'm done with the the live, and I go back to add my info, which I've been really bad on doing lately because I've been so busy, but I gotta get better about that. Okay. So purple. That's kind of a purple. It's mauve. Okay. Ooh. And I didn't even try the other side, did I? I'm such a brush tip kind of gal. I'm gonna just interchange, like, brush tip and bullet tip, just because I don't want to do another swatch just for the tip. I really don't feel like doing that. I don't see a reason for that. And I need to get closer. The lighting is horrible. Horrible. Can you get that off? Will that help? Oh, brother. I don't know which is worse. It's all bad. It's all bad. Yeah, that was better. Every once in a while, I'll give you a close up because I can see that I can't get my lighting to be what I want it to be. And you can see that kind of little shimmer. Oops, I did it on the line. And I can't get good lighting. My apologies. And it's kind of dark. It's been dreary all day, too. So, I wonder if... Oh, I plugged it. Maybe I should plug it in. I don't know if this under desk light will help. I've had it unplugged for a while because it doesn't ever want to go off or do the motion detection thing. It just wants to stay on all the time. Okay, I don't know if that will help. Almost seems like it does a little bit. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to have that off. Oh, yes I did, because this is the one I'm swatching next. Push that back some. So I'm doing all the purples. Kind of, do you want to see them together so I can... Although I don't know how am I... There's no numbers or anything, so I can't really say... Which is the problem. Which means I'm always going to have to swatch them before I use them. But whatever. I like the size of these. We'll say that. Which side is brush tip? Because there is this slight difference between them. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Someday I'll have a good setup for this, but it's definitely not today. Okay, so what do we want to do next? I did purples. I want to do, let's do blues. Oh, that's got a pretty cap. It's like a blue-green. Okay. I'll go in that order. I'm going to go underneath. Oops. They will and won't fit. Interesting. There's this little dip that's in the box is preventing them all from lying flat. So some of them got to be sideways. Oh, it looks so nice on black paper. I don't know if I should put this, well, we'll find out. Whether I should put this with blue or green. Green. Yeah, I'm putting it with green. How many more are going to fit in here? Let's see. Seems like I can fit more. That. I have 5, 10, 11. I got fit 15 and 15. That would be good. Okay, green. Let me go like that. see how many I can fit. Okay, that's not doing well over there. Nope, so we've got room for more. So looks like it's going to fit. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for this case. I put 16 in this case, and they fit. So that's cool. Okay, I put them on my desk where they don't topple over. More now. Okay. So, yellow. Just kind of weird with the gold bronze. There's silver. Oh, there's another green. I missed that one. Okay. Just one yellow. Sure to go all the way around. I don't know why my lighting seems extra bad tonight, but it does. Okay. I wonder if I should start with the brown instead. But then I got the green. Go this way. I think I want it to make sense to me somehow. I don't know. Doesn't really matter, does it? So this is the kind of really pale green. And I need another box. Yellow. Boy, that's juicy. Oops, did I do this one? Nope. Okay, that almost looks. Oh, the yellow looks. Okay, it doesn't look yellow on the white, but it looks slightly yellow on the black. Looks like a dirty gold. So, and the last 7, I think it is. And then I'm going to color in the Time Garden. I'm doing a little coloring in there today, so I'm going to start with these. It's got a metallic black. Silver. White. This looks like mauve, so I don't know. It just looks like a brown. Orange of some kind. Huh. Interesting. Pink. Or pinkish-ish. Oh, I don't want to do that there. I'm just saying. I want to take them up another line if I don't have to. The brush tip side's really juicy. I fit that many in the other one. More than that in the other one. I should be able to fit them all in this one. Yeah, they'll fit. Okay. And let's glue this to the page. Write the name down. Up and left in the box. I could actually glue this down on there and cut it out. IVSUN, and these say that they are for opaque writing and decorating, even on dark and colored paper. Works on most surfaces such as paper, cardstock, rock, plastic, fabric, metal, wood, ceramics, glass, and more. So please store pens horizontally with the caps on when not in use. The actual colors of the inks are a little different from the colors on the caps. See that? The colors displayed is a little different between dark and light surfaces, and the ink may not be permanent on non-porous surfaces like glass or ceramic. Okay. So it's a pretty box. IVSUN. Oh, I should have kept one of the markers out, huh? To write with it. Or I'll put it on this one. Not that pen that's gonna write. I need a pen that's gonna write. Okay, here we go. IVSUN. Oops. And I think I'll just glue the whole thing down because whatever I swatch on this side, I'll just like keep doing it. I should have checked to see how well these things dry. Oops. Well, happy over there. Go on. Is that from this? Because I've been messing with other stuff too today. That might not be from this. That might be from whatever I was working on earlier. But they feel dry. Oh, what did I do there? I just made a mess. Okay, so that's that. I swatched them. I just tend to swatch metallic things because you never know what they're going to give. So, and I'm going to color a little bit. And let's see. Put that back. So I actually did a short of this. Where's the page? Oh, this page. I did a short of this page because like I finished it. And so I thought, yeah, let's do a short. So I did a short today. Just to show that I actually finished my whip. So there probably is something I could do maybe on here or whatever, but that sounds like a messy proposition, so I didn't, but I'm pleased with it. Okay, so now, let me see. 2 mice on my desk, and I gotta figure out how to move things. Hi, Mary Jo. Good to see you. Thank you. And, let's see. Do I get rid of this? How do I get rid of that's how I get rid of that. Okay. So, yes, I've decided, for now, for the moment, I figure I'm just going to play in this book. And, like, since I've learned some things, and since I first got this book, which I think was only last year, amazingly enough, but like now I'm looking at it and it's not freaking me out like it was. Immediately when I saw this page, I thought of Ivy Pearl Clever Swirl, and when I first saw her using the KingArt Gel Sticks, and I was like, immediately she came to mind. I thought, oh yeah, I could use those. Something I had wanted to do, but like no patience to figure, and I didn't have time to figure out a way. And then even if I did, I probably wouldn't have the patience to do it. Like to be able to actually and it's probably not necessary either. I don't know, but was thinking about putting something waxy on these little things all over, and then using the gel stick or something else or whatever, like using a crayon on these or something. But I don't have the patience to color all these individual things. I do not. I need to approach them with something really quick. So I ditched that idea. But I used I already put the um used the it's a metallic, kind of a metallic blush pink on this side, and I didn't want to use the same color on this side. I just didn't want to, so I used periwinkle on this side. And I used a combination of this and my finger on this side, and then I used one of these little things on the periwinkle side. Um, So actually, I love this particular gel stick. I love this one, and one reason why I didn't want to do it on the other side is like I don't want to use it all up because it's my favorite. Okay, so now I got 2 pages to deal with. I'm wondering if I feel like actually doing this side before that side, and it might actually be easier when I think about it. Would it? You know what? I'm gonna use this piece of paper that I. And something else I noticed about this book, it is stitched. So that made me really happy. And I'm realizing now that I think I'm kind of I think I'm going to be a more discerning book purchaser now in terms of, um, like how Bubbles says she always buys like the UK edition or whatever, which isn't, of Kirby books because they aren't, we call it, they aren't glued, they're stitched, or they're both glued and stitched. Yeah, I think I'm going to become one of those people because I feel like I want to be more discerning about the books that I get. Now that I know more of what I like to color, then I don't want to be buying every single coloring book that comes out. I just want to buy the ones that really are what I want to color in and that have the and one deciding factor, if it's somebody I've never like colored in before or whatever, is how's the book bound and what's the paper like. Okay, and if they don't fit those qualifications, it's like no, I don't care how cute it is, I ain't getting it. Um, so I'm kind of putting a personal book buying boundary. How's that? In for myself, which will eliminate me from like buying a whole lot of books that I don't need. Not that I need any of them, really, but this is gonna fall. Oh my gosh, why are you falling? I got so much going on in this little space. Trying to prep for work. Trying to prep for work and play too. It's hard. It's hard. What is this? This does not look like warm gray. It looks brown to me. I'm gonna use it. Just because I like the point on it. Then we'll see what happens later. Oh my gosh, this thing just wants to fall. Okay, I gotta rectify the situation. Hold up. I don't know why it wants to fall. What's underneath there that's causing it to do that? Because I just stacked these for use today. So what is up with that? Does it just want to do it because I'm on live? Stuff I have to get to tomorrow. It's really strange. I have to put my pencils up here. That's not going to work. I got them over here for a reason. Oh, let's try that. Oh, brother. Someday. Hopefully soon. Like I said, I didn't get everything I wanted to get done this summer done. And this room was a part of it. I made good headway. I got some good things done. I got some books that were absolutely useless to anybody. I threw them away and have have some sorted out for, like, yeah, that's not anything I need anytime soon unless something comes up and all that other kind of stuff, but still so much left to do. I'm kind of trying to do like 5 to 10 year work in one summer along with everything else, and that's kind of a bit much to expect of myself, but it's another reason why, even though I miss having pets, I don't, because if I have pets, then it's almost like they become priority, and sometimes that stuff doesn't, I don't know, they're a responsibility, and it takes up time and energy. And I always got to be looking like where my feet are and where I'm standing, because cats, they like just creep up and you don't know they're there, and then before you know it, you stepped on them. I hate when that happens. And I'm just kind of, I don't know, I think I'm like super sensitive, so where it might sound ridiculous actually that like there's things I can't get done because I have pets. I'm just like really just uber kind of empathetic to living beings, and get weird. And I think God said, okay, no more for a while, because like you need to, because you get too weird. Actually, it was a full year in June that I haven't had a pet um in 30 years. So now I guess it's 31, 30 years, something like that. A full year of that. However, that makes sense. I'm trying to make sense, but I don't think I'm making sense. Why does that look purple? I need yellow, and then it won't look purple, it'll look brown. That's how I use color theory without realizing it, is when I do edges of things coming up against each other. And I know I actually used to do that when I was oil painting. And I think I kind of surprised my professor with that. I just kind of instinctively did it, and I didn't even know why. Um, we had a yellow from a different pencil, so I'm just going to use that. See what happens. Okay, this is going to be a multicolored chair, because that was not the color. What's this color? What is this? Terracotta. I think that's what I was looking for to begin with. Child, we need to blend this, because that's weird. It's looking all kinds of weird. I'm trying not to stand here too long, because I started watching a TV show and there's only 3 episodes left to this season, and I'm trying to figure out like how are they going to have a second season, but I guess I'll find out as I watch the last 3 episodes. But it's on HBO, and it's called Love and Death, and it's based on that true story. All these people at this church, I think in Texas or something like that, and the from 2 couples, the husband from one and the wife from the other were having an affair, and the wife of the husband involved in the affair, she was kind of, I don't know, a little bit off, and somebody dies. So I've been watching that. It's kind of cool to hear them play the music from like 1979. So, let's see. Can I do this lightly? I don't know why I'm just so attracted to the point on this pencil. I just love it. That's the only reason I think I'm using it, even though it might be messing things up. I'm just attracted to the point. I feel like I've never seen this pencil until like yesterday, I think. I'm like, where's this pencil been all my life? I don't know. It's like all of a sudden I see it. And I'm overusing it. What I need to do is sharpen another pencil as sharp as this, but you know, with Prismacolors, that can be kind of scary. I look at every page as something to learn on, so that's how I learn to use my Prismacolors on this. Learn how to use my blender on it. Learn how to use a lot of things. Today, my husband was putting air in my tires, and he noticed I have there's like a bulge or something in one of them or whatever. I don't know. So he wound up ordering new tires for me because the tire's not supposed to have a bubble. I'm glad he discovered it before I had to do, more driving. And I'm glad nothing happened when I was driving last week, because that would be prime time for it to, have a blowout with all that construction going on and driving in S's and all that garbage. That might have traumatized the tires. They're like, we can't do this no more. And then one tire said, gave up the ghost. So that'll be good, hopefully. The treads are okay on all of them, but the tires aren't. It's like, I don't know how old they are, but they're not new, but they're not old, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily a bad time to get tires. They probably could have gone a little longer, but with one going like that, we're just getting a full, all four, instead of replacing one. Have them be the same age, same condition. My little Subaru is old. She's old and she's happy. Let me tell you, that car is a wonderful car. I really don't want anything but another Subaru when I get another car. That's my first Subaru, and next time I get a car, I want another Subaru. Them things are amazing. Should I try using the burnisher? See what happens. Because I'm still trying to figure these things out. Burnishers, blenders, the different brands of them, they all work different. Also trying to learn how to work with Prismacolors for what they do well. And because they lay down color that you can spread. So you probably don't have to use as much pencil, as much of the pencil, pigment. You don't have to put down as much as like I tend to usually put down. So I'm trying to be more cognizant of that and work with how the pencil works instead of always pressing hard and, whatever. And now I'm trying to use the blender as the aid for that instead of trying to make the pencil do it all. And I think that's probably how you're supposed to use Prismacolors, but I didn't really know that before. Oh, I like that. Even with my dark pointy pencil line. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. I don't know why I had to do that. And I want to erase that, but I need a better electric eraser. Oh, wait. What did I just see? I got this. I forgot. I got this. I got this. It's Color, I think. Yeah, Color Eraser Brush Pen. I forgot I got that. For just this reason. But it's not coming off. What the heck? Yeah, them things are awesome. I've been looking, because the car is really old. Well, is it really? It's going to be, in 3 years, it's going to be 20 years old. That's how old it is. And they think, child, I be passing people in their red cars, their red sporty cars and stuff. And without even trying. I don't even be trying. Really, I don't. I won't be trying. But I be passing them. My car just has so much get up and go. Press the gas, gone. It just does it. It's really good in the snow. And I think I'm kind of spoiled because I have what is it, the WRX or whatever, so you can put it into, what is it, manual mode, like you can shift. And that's really great for me in the snow. Some of the hills and stuff we have here. Sometimes if you go through a place and snow fell too fast for them to plow to get back to it, and well, this isn't really erasing that, but I don't know why. At a 3-speed Audi. Cool. Yeah, see, my husband keeps eyeing Nissans because his daughter works at a Nissan dealer, and he has a Nissan truck that he really likes. But if we were to get a Nissan and then I'm gonna be like, but it's not like my Subaru. I feel like I should just go get a Subaru out the gate, so I don't have to have those kind of regrets. But um, I'd have to test drive some though. I like all the safety features that automatically come with the Subarus too. I like that. But oh, this is a different chair. I need a different color for this chair. I want it to be goldish. Some kind of gold. Some kind of golden color. Let's start with this. Maybe. Let's start with this and then see what happens. What is it? I can't remember if it's the Murano or the one down from that. That they are kind of nice looking cars. It's not a Subaru. But what's getting me with the Subarus is that darn orange stitching they keep putting in so many of their vehicles now. I can't stand that orange stitching. To me, and like nothing against Walmart, but that orange stitching reminds me of Walmart's smocks. Tacky. They're tacky. I worked at Walmart for what? For like 3 days once as a part time job, a second job. And I stopped because I couldn't wear that smock. I'm like, I'm sorry. That's just tacky. I gotta wear this smock, and then you're telling me I can't go home until everything's picked up in other people's departments? And I'm a cashier? I'm sorry. No. I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be looking tacky and have to have you lock the door on me. That ain't happening. I set myself free. Prayers for the people who have to stay there. But I think like they changed. They did have some kind of legal thing that um stopped Walmart from doing that. But that I found that totally ridiculous. You told me my hours were from this to this. I got to get up in the morning, early in the morning, and go to my main job. You're not locking me up in here. That pissed me off. And the smocks, those ugly smocks, ugly smocks. Ugh. Yeah. So this, yeah, I really went off. You see how I feel about that. Um. So yeah, every Subaru that like when I do like a build and buy online or whatever, most of them have, unless you get leather seats, which I don't want. Um. You get that ugly orange stitching, and I'm like, what is wrong with them? Y'all have it so two and together, and then you give me that orange stitching. It's tacky. Because when I buy a car, I keep it. I keep it until it no longer works. That's me. I'm not. This is like my third car in my life. But then I bought a car late in life too. I was 28. But this is my third car because I keep them until they no longer move. Except for the fact that the car I had before the Subaru, I um I actually gave it to my in-laws because it was a cute little car. My mother-in-law was a kind of a very petite person, and so I thought the car was just right for her, like at her age and stuff, and she could like zoom around town in it. Yeah, she wound up having an accident in it too, but the car was okay. But go brother. Uh, um, but yeah. So, and I did that because living where I live now, I wasn't used to driving in the snow, and I had to have all-wheel drive to drive here. People who've been here, they can handle it without it, some of them, but most people do get it now. But people like my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, all my in-laws, they've been here, so they can they had to do it before that existed, so they know the score. But it terrified me. And then everybody on the road around you acts like you have it, even if you don't. And they wouldn't give you any slack. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, so that's what made me get a Subaru. And now I don't want to go back. But I want them to get rid of the orange stitching. So I always used to say I wanted an Outback, but now I think Outbacks are too big for me. But I wouldn't mind having an Outback Sport, but I think even that's too big for me. I just really don't like big cars. I just want to be a little higher up. But we'll see what happens. So far, Marvin is doing very well by me. Bless his heart. That's what I call my car, Marvin. Because his antenna reminds me of Marvin the Martian and Bugs Bunny. So they call him Marvin. One time, my father in law, because there was one point where I don't know why I kept losing where my car was. Couldn't find where my car was. And my father in law one time uh, played a joke on me, and he like he put this red tube, or not red, this bright orange, like a, I don't know where he got it from. It must have been from some kind of construction caution thing or something like that. But it was like this orange, neon orange tube, and he stuck it on the antenna of my car. So I would be able to find it. And like, I can't remember how it was that I realized it was on there, but I was cracking up laughing. I was like, you used to like playing jokes. It was funny. Used to have a good time with him. When I used to drive him to his doctor's appointments, he'd say, we'd always stop at the grocery store, the Wegmans, and I went through, I go through grocery stores like with a stopwatch. I'm just like, get her done. And he was like, but then the only thing that I would stop for was like when he would go in with me, and we'd pick stuff like weird stuff off the shelf, and then we'd start talking about it. Like there was like we were looking at the malt or something like that, and so I started telling him about like in Jamaica that we always had when we visited my grandmother. My mom always made sure my grandmother had Horlicks, the stuff Horlicks, that was a malt drink for us to drink because we didn't really like drinking goat milk, which was what my you know the milk that my grandmother would have because they had goats. Um, and so we saw Maltons. We started talking about that, and then he started talking about like how they used to have it like in the army or whatever. He used to have malted, and when he was a kid, and so we would stop suddenly at something random in the store and start talking about it, and then it's like, okay, back on the stopwatch, just running through. So he said, I like going to the store with you. Oh, I miss them. They miss him a lot. They know my husband misses him a lot too. They were really close. It was funny. I would come home from like, because always going to the doctor like in the next couple cities over or whatever. And I had to pass by the road to their house. And so I'd come back from the doctor, and instead of going home, I'd go straight to their house. And then it would be getting dark, like nighttime. I would have been over there for hours. And so my husband would call and say, is she over there? And they're like, yeah, yeah. She just had dinner. It was funny. So then he'd come over, and then we both drive back home in separate cars because it's like they gotta go to my parents' house to see my wife. And I'd help my mother-in-law in the garden and stuff. Like just stop by and just hang out. I miss that. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. What color am I gonna make the cushions? Oh no, I just found more. I didn't see that. Let's fill that in while we're there. It's funny because both my parents and his parents passed away just within weeks of each other. Um, it was like about 6 weeks between when my mother and father died in 2008 and when his parents died, which like I can't even remember what year it was. Probably was too traumatic. Just like, um, man, I'm gonna have to ask him. I don't even remember. Was it 2017, 15? But they died within 6 weeks of each other too. It was weird. It's like, what is it with their parents? Man, I gotta ask. I don't even remember. That's awful. But then, like his uncle, who he was also close with, died around that time too. And he was close with him. They used to go to breakfast all the time together. And he used to tell me stories about the war. I think he had a nickname for me. I can't remember what it was though. I don't know why I can't remember, but I can't remember. But he would kind of, I think because I have on my forehead, like I listen to everybody. So, and I do that genuinely. I do. Like I want to hear, but they would tell me stuff like about the war and things like that. Oh man, he told me about, was it him that told me or my husband that told me? Um, that he had an opportunity to bring, well, this is kind of a weird story. Maybe I won't say that one. But it just kind of, yeah, I'm not going to talk about that one. It's not a bad story, but it's just, I don't know. It's just interesting how clothing can, um, and maybe a little bit about cancel culture too. But it's basically about a certain type of clothing that a certain group of people used to wear during World War II. Um, and he had the opportunity to actually bring that back here, but had decided against it because of the connotation with the clothing. And it was really nice leather. Let's put it that way. Um, and me being a fashion person, by from going way back when he was telling me about it, I was like, oh man. And then I was like, oh yeah, oh nah. Good call. Yeah, because the connotation is not good. So, 1995. Oh wow. Oh yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird when you're left. It's like suddenly you are the oldest generation. It's a very strange feeling. Very strange feeling. I still haven't really, I don't think I've gotten used to it yet. Guess I better get used to it though. Because that's the way it is. But I'm kind of on the younger side of the oldest generation in my family, but still. I still have one brother and one sister left on my mother's side of the family. And I don't know, like two, three, maybe four sisters on my father's side. me see. Yeah, I don't remember. 3 or 4 sisters on my father's side. It's so quiet. It's really quiet in my house and quiet outside. It must be raining. Yeah, it's raining. I don't hear no birds or nothing. What's going on? Oh, you know what? I think that's another spot of blue. Where's that little... I love periwinkle. I love that color. I'm gonna get that on there. I'm still not that great about getting these down on paper, and I know it's not hard, but for some reason, I don't know. I got issues. Maybe I don't go over it enough, or maybe I let it sit too long before I start rubbing it in, or whatever. But I'll learn. I'll get there. Okay, so blue, and if I put purple or red, if I put red on there, I think that'll kind of brighten up the brown where I have the blue stuff. Or I'll kind of use it to kind of create the edge. Do I even want this to be that color? And I started doing that. I think I kind of want this to be reddish, but I'll give it a brown under color. Undercolor. So I posted another video from Atmosphere of Grace on my wall today, because I swear I listen to them think I just like I keep thinking, what kind of witchcraft is this? It's just sorry, because it's like, how do they know like what's going on in my mind? How do they know these things? I mean, I'm kind of creeped out about it. It's like I'm blessed by it, but I'm kind of creeped out about it. It's like, where is this coming from? And you know me trying to investigate, so I try to figure out like who does these things, and it seems like it's some people out of the UK, but they use like the voice in the thing is like an AI voice, and it's uses American English somewhat. It mispronounces some things sometimes, but the voice is American English. I'm just trying to figure this thing out because, like, okay, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, okay, so like I'm old, so maybe like I can't get with the new thing or whatever. But I use AI sometimes, and I'm cautious about how I use it because I don't want to know everything about me. But some of those recordings, and I know like all of them seem to really hit people at where they are, and I'm just blown away by it. And the one thing that makes me keep listening is because they do use scripture. Like they'll say a scripture, and then they elaborate on it, and they elaborate on it as if it's the Lord talking to you, which kind of sounds kind of creepy, but I'm telling you, it does something positive. And I don't know what to think of it. Like I said, I'm still wondering, like, what is this? And is somebody, I'm so like skeptical and things. I'm like, is somebody trying to brainwash us or something or whatever? So I still got my I'm still side-eyeing it a little bit. I can't put away the side-eye because I don't be trusting everything like that. But I've had so many that just have hit me right where, like, there's no way they could have known any of that stuff. I mean, I know, like, there's devices that are on and things like that, and like I try to turn off actually the devices and the microphones on all my devices because I don't trust nobody, nothing, none of, I don't know. But to say things that are truly um helpful to me spiritually and using scripture that I can go back, I can read it, and it's like, yeah, for the most part, that context is right. I did find one today that I thought, yeah, but when I was talking about Luke 22:43 and about the angel that appeared when Jesus was in Gethsemane. I can't say that with the braces on. Um, well, yeah, the angel did appear, like the Lord's. He said, if this cup can pass from me, let that happen. Um, Nevertheless, not my will, but yours. And um, the angel appeared after he said that, but then it was after that Luke says Jesus started crying blood. So I felt like that kind of had that part a little kind of like the way it presented it was not quite. It wasn't like all his troubles were over, because like then it got to the point where he was crying and he was sweating blood. So like it didn't necessarily get better. It still was intense and got way more intense. But the angel was with him as it was getting more intense. Okay, but um, that's the only time I even ever found any kind of but I always run to the scripture anyway, just to, because like I said, I don't trust nobody. Um, but I'm wondering where this is coming from, and I mean, in a way, I don't want to blow I don't want to blow their cover either. In one way, because you know how sometimes in this culture now people are so busy trying to investigate and find out what's underneath that they wind up ruining things, that it's not always some weird old man behind the curtain like in the Wizard of Oz. Sometimes it's just somebody just doing something positive. So I don't know, but anyway, that one really like kind of knocked me over the head today. Well, not really knocked me over the head, it was much nicer than that. It gave me what I needed today because I've been feeling some type of way. So, and I actually posted the timestamp, although it was I was having such a problem trying to post that today, and actually wound up having to like restart because everything with it was like going wrong on it. I was like, "What is this?" But I'm not gonna be superstitious about it, but there was a lot of things preventing me from trying to post that, and the timestamps weren't posting as timestamps like it usually does. Like it'll usually automatically convert it, so like you can actually just click that, the timestamp, and it'll take you there. No, I wouldn't do that this time. And I don't know if that's because they have their video set to not be able to do that, or if YouTube was just and Google were just, fighting the power. I don't know what it was. But where they said some things that were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Giving you things that you can remember. Was it something like your limitation is an invitation for God to come in and, you know, fill up that space, make up the difference. In essence, it's kind of way how I took it, kind of sort of. Okay, how to get in these tiny spots? Tiny spot, another tiny spot. Yeah. Yeah, it was really strange. I don't know. I thought about maybe like at some point maybe go back and see if I can actually make it do that. I don't know, but overall YouTube I guess has been doing all kinds of weird things lately. So for other, for everybody. So, and I actually like copied, took forever, and I had to restart and everything for it to do this right too. I copied the transcript because I need to be reminded, and I also kind of want to read more and meditate on the scripture more, and me, I be checking, just like I checked that Luke 22:43. I be checking, but usually I can copy the transcript and put it right into my Google Docs, and then I can like in Google Docs you can do, when you do a link it'll actually show like the, whatever you call it. It actually shows the YouTube symbol and the video name. So I like putting them in there like but I had to use Microsoft Word because um Google Docs was hung up, and I tried like 4 times to do it and it wouldn't do it. It would not paste the video. It was just crazy. Um, it even hesitated when, after I restarted and I did got it into Microsoft Word, and then I copied it in Microsoft Word to copy it into um, a Google Doc, and even that took a long time. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this? Um, so, oh, thank you. So they have a Bible app you put on. Oh, Atmosphere of Grace, or you mean just in general? There's like a bunch of Bible apps. The one I use Gateway, Bible Gateway, but there's also one. I used to have YouVersion on there, um, and I think Blue Letter Bible also has one. Those are some that I know about, but there's a lot actually. But Bible Gateway is really like, that's my main one. That's the one I've been using for a long time, and I actually wound up doing the plus, and I don't even know why. Maybe because I was sick of seeing ads. Might have been why. But it gives you access to Bible dictionaries and commentaries and things. But I don't really use that much because I have some at home. But I often used it just, without the plus for years. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I need to do uh, a deep search or something, or maybe disable all my extensions or something, but or do a deep scan with my virus software. But I haven't really checked to see if it's acting better this afternoon. That might be something to do. I don't know. But let me see where I am. Yeah, but it was just way weird. Although I did, after that I had to update my graphics driver because I have a NVIDIA graphics driver on that computer. So maybe that was what was holding it up. I don't know. Mhm. Okay. See, these pages, all they scared me. Like when I first got this book, I was like, they're all scary. Especially after I attempted that first page and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is awful. I kind of want this to be yellow, but I'm not scared of it anymore. And I don't have some of the things to color with. Um, I have things to color with now that I didn't have back then, so I think that's also a part of it. Okay, I want this to be sharper, but I don't want it to break on me. Yeah, child, I need a son for that. Can I borrow him? Because I'm the techie one in the house, and I know a lot, but I don't have time to do a lot. It just I get tired. It's like no, I want somebody to do it for me. It's like right now I have to go and I really need to do a lot of reordering of cords and things like that, and I just like it. Such a whole production that I also need to set up. I actually bought a thing to have a dual um, external hard drives, and I that was one thing that possibly, like I thought, possibly on the list for things to do this summer, but I had a feeling I wasn't going to get to it, and it wasn't really like priority as much as the other things, but I have that to do. Networking things that I should figure out to make it work for our household. But like I don't feel like that's too much thinking. It makes my head hurt just thinking about it. Okay, now there's two different colors. Oops. That's okay. We'll work on it. Maybe I should change this blonde, but I kind of like it, or this color, but I like it this color. I'm gonna change. I don't know. I'm gonna do something with this. Yeah, I need to use my gel pens more, and I get back to my crayons at some point. Crayons and alcohol markers. I'm gonna bust out with them at some point. I don't know when, but like it's been a long time. But that's part of the thing is I just don't have the setup where I can, I don't know, just pull things out like that and work on them. It's such a production putting things away and getting things out that like that's why whatever I'm using I tend to keep using it for a long time and color anything that uses those tools because the switch out is a pain in the butt. What is that? Oh, that is the chair. It's not exactly the color I wanted, but I'm gonna be playing with this, I think. It does look kind of dingy, like an old chair. Oh, so she's getting up to the clock in this one. Is this more chair? Look at these. She's playing a dangerous game here, piling all these things up. I actually got them from Amazon. They're the box of. I'm pretty sure they come in. They probably come in different um, sizes. Now, if I remember, I think it was like a 36, and then I got the 72. I think. And they come in. Just hoping things don't go tumbling down. Trays like this.
And they're really nice because they're very, very versatile. Like you can use these with water. Like, and I kind of thought about actually just putting a little water, just brushing in the color to make it more even. But I didn't want to put any water in this book. I didn't want to have a crinkly page because I don't know how this paper would react to it, even though it seems pretty good. But I didn't want to do that. So you can use them dry and rub it in, or you can use water with it, and it also erases. Although I'm not the best example of that, but yes, she does. She sure does. If her mother were there, it'd be like, "Get down from there!" She's having an adventure. She wants to know, why is that clock doing this? She's got cute little feet too. I see. I wanted one of these to have kind of a reddish kind of tinge. Now, what is? Those are the bars from the clock. Okay, I found another spot of blue. I keep finding them things. I need something small enough to keep using this. So trying to see what's what. Is that chair? What color I want to do this really light. I wonder what would happen if I just blended that a little bit, or if that would be too much. I don't know. Or not enough. If it wouldn't be enough for it to blend. So I'm kind of always trying to learn something, figure something out, do something differently. See if it works or not, because if it does, then next time I'll do it for real. I kind of want to use this, but I'm kind of afraid because sometimes these liquid blenders will like change the color of things. Let's see. I'm trying to learn how to use these guys. All of these blenders. Trying to figure out how to use them. That'll work. Oop. Showing all my business. wipe it off on another piece of paper. The color out. Get the color out. Okay, that worked. This is a Holbein colored pencil blender. It's called Melts. I can't see. Sometimes, depending on the paper, it acts differently with different pencils and different paper. And you kind of have to be careful not to use too much, or sometimes it'll make the paper kind of, pill. And then I didn't want to use just the white pencil because I felt like it was going to just wash it out too much. I think this is the clock because on the, like the weights that hang underneath the cuckoo clock. I think that's what it is because that's what's on the, like there, like you see it on this page, the weights there. I think that's what that is like, yeah, because there's three of them, and then on this side, I think there's one. How can I do that? I think there's one weight there, and the other weight there. Yeah, I know it's hard to figure out what what some of this stuff is, but yeah, I think those are the weights. Oh, and then this is a chair leg, so I gotta get that. A little more blue in there. Might try and stick a little bit of pencil in there and fudge it, because like I don't think I can do this. That little spot nobody's gonna know. And what is this saying? Oh, let me get this spot. Oh, just when I thought it was done. Did I put it back in here? I did, didn't I? How did I see it? That's not it, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Can I get? That's one thing I wish about these. A lot of these, I don't know. I wish there were like a smaller tip somewhere, or smaller tip option or something. Because see, I can't get in there. And I'm guessing. Guessing can be scary. And I'm gonna fudge part of that with pencil too, I think. Where did I just put it? Because I want to get as much of the wallpaper, the blue part, done as possible, so that I can just put these guys away, all of these away. Am I missing anywhere else? Oh, those tiny spots. Now, see, I don't think I even would have patience for that like last year. So we've grown. So last year I would have said, I ain't doing that. Bye. Now, it's not really, I can't really blend it into that tiny spot, but at least I can get enough color there that then when I fudge this, you don't notice so much that it's really not the same thing. That's what we're going to do. Every time I think I see it all, I find another one. I kind of think I got them all, though, for the most part. There's still some spots like around here and stuff that I need to do, but when I work on the window, and maybe if whatever I do with these, then I'll deal with that part, the outlining thing. I just want to finish the chairs. And then I'll feel like I got a good chunk. Just cute. So, chair. Some of this, oh, okay, that's the clock. Okay. But this is the chair. And this is the chair. I need a point. Child, if your mother were in the room, she'd be a little upset with you. Get down off of those chairs and table or stool or whatever the heck it is. What are you doing? So now we got a desk. Do we want to do the desk? I'm going to start doing the desk. Let me start. Like me melting crayons on the little desk lamp at my little desk when I was a kid at home, so I could get more vibrant color. Because it did. It made the crayon go down like more smooth and vibrant. Child, obsessed, I'm telling you. My mother would say, stop doing that before you burn down the house. So you see all the crayon spots on my lamp. That's what she do. Oh, Lord. Can I actually just, can I do this? Maybe don't go that direction. I never got to break down my tube of gessoed canvas because I wanted to take it out the tube and fold it instead of having it rolled in a roll. I never got to do that, so I just got to stash it with my other canvas. Kind of disappointing. I didn't get to do that, but didn't get to use it. But that's okay. There will be a time. I don't know if I want that to be brown, do I? I don't know. Actually, probably should do this another way. I might make this more like mahogany or something. But I might make the chair darker too and make it mahogany to match this. Although this has a stool. So I guess it's not to go with this. I don't know. I don't know why. I just kind of wanted to go the direction of the wood. Maybe like that. See if I can stay consistent like that and do that. So let's see. I'm going to put my pencils away. I'm going to try and put these all together. So get them off the desk. This was in these, and there's no. I saw looking for this today. Put that in there. There's no prisms in here. None in there either. All these Renegade pencils. None in here either. Okay. Okay, so that is it for me. This is where we got so far on the page. Working on this one before I work on this side. Okay, it is the same. Why does her hair? I don't know if it's the same girl or not, but her hair is longer here. I don't feel so bad making them different colors, though. The walls. That one, where did that page go? Let's put that one. I need a bigger sheet of paper. This is kind of heavy paper. I think it's oh, it's underneath there, so I can't put that in there. Oh wow. I'm gonna have to go. How's that gonna work? I don't want any smudging. I don't know if it will or not, but I don't really want to find out. Okay. So that's it for me today. Thank you for joining me. And great to see you, Mary Jo. And anybody else in the clouds, hope you have a good rest of your day or evening. And bye bye.